This episode of The Travelling Epicurean was made possible by these sponsors.
Panzanella is what's on the menu today. Hi guys, Michelle here. Welcome back to the Traveling Epicurean. Today I'm with one of my favorite chefs, Chef Marco.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marco.
How are you?
I'm great, and I'm so excited you're going to be sharing with us your incredible panzanella recipe because you make the most amazing panzanella.
Well, it's not mine. This recipe is, I have to give credit to Melissa Clark from New York Times on the New York Times app. But I did borrow from her. I did change a few things. Melissa, if you ever watch this, I apologize, but I tried not to plagiarize. It should be said too that this is not, in some respects, not a true panzanella. In Italy, they would actually soak the bread in water, squeeze it out, and then use that as a binding almost, just to put the tomatoes and the onions in there.
Instead of keeping it crisp and crunchy, it's more of like a binder.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different that way. You see it a lot more this way here.
Yeah.
And the difference in Melissa's recipe and other ones is she uses a lot of fresh herbs.
Yeah.
Which we're going to do today also.
And I love those fresh herbs. It makes it really flavorful.
And it gives a nice bright color.
Okay.
And the other thing is I use sourdough. I like the way that has a little bit extra tang to it and gives a little more depth to the salad. So for that, we're going to toast this a little bit in the oven. Some people do it on the stove.
I like it in the oven too.
I like it in the oven. It's a little more even. It's a little easier. I line my pan with foil because I'm lazy and don't like to wash it.
Yeah, but that's nice to keep it. It's also neater and quicker to clean up.
So I do that, and I think we'll start with that. And it goes in the oven for 7 to 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. Remember, we're cooking, and when you're following a recipe, it's easy to get into that. It says 7 minutes. I'll do it for 7 minutes, but you need to cook. You need to watch your food as you go along. And
every oven is different.
Every oven is different.
So you need to, know your oven and just keep an eye on it.
Let's start with that, and then we'll move forward.
Should we show everybody what we're going to need to make this?
Okay, Marco. Wow, look at all these beautiful ingredients. These really are some of my very favorites.
And you see, everything here is simple. Now the farmer's market season's coming up. This is a fantastic thing for the farmer's market. You have dinner one night, you have bread left over, make yourself some panzanella. We're going to make a little bit of quick dressing today, just a little Dijon, a little garlic, red wine vinegar, and a little extra virgin olive oil. I like the extra virgin olive oil. I like them big and robust. I like that flavor so it holds up to the acid and the tomatoes and everything else.
Absolutely.
We have thyme, garden. I had to get oregano out of my garden, and some fresh basil, and some fresh flat leaf Italian parsley. Has more flavor than the curly, so I use this.
Yeah, you and Cheryl have so many great herbs every summer.
We have some heirloom tomatoes here. It's not the farmer's market season yet, so these are Camparis, which are available just about everywhere. And I like these because they're pretty consistent year round. They don't have as good as a big of flavor as the stuff you get in the summer, but we're not quite there yet. But we're going to get this, do it in the spring early with Michelle here, so you can be ready for summer when the farmer's market comes. Yeah, we got a little bit of fresh mozzarella we're going to put in there, and some fresh cucumber. We're going to peel this and seed it and add some of that too. All right.
So what are we doing here with the bread?
So we got the bread. It's cut in about 1-inch cubes. This is about the right size. We'll cut our tomatoes about the same size.
Now is that a whole loaf of?
It's a little less a loaf of the oval sourdough.
The oval, yes.
You want anywhere from 3 to 5 cups, depending on how much you're going to make.
Okay.
You want to balance out a little more tomato than bread. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later on when we get everything ready to go.
Yeah.
We start mixing this up. But it is personal preference. This is a salad that you can take it and make it however you want. If you don't want to add those herbs, you don't have to. If you don't want the cucumber, you don't. People add oil cured olives. You can do that too.
Ooh, I like the olive idea.
So let's start with this, and then we'll see how it goes through. So we're gonna add a little more extra virgin olive oil. I got a little in here already.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, 3, 4 tablespoons salt. I use kosher salt for everything. Well, this is sea salt for baking. A couple grinds of pepper. Clean as you go. That's the best tip I can give you.
There you go.
Don't worry about getting dinner ready. Worry about not doing 90 dishes when you're done because you don't want to do them.
Yeah.
All right, we want to mix this pretty well. We want to get the oil evenly coated on everything. You can use the same bowl you're going to mix your salad in.
Okay.
And that'll save you another, again, being lazy.
No, but that's smart.
You want to be efficient.
no sense
We'll
of-
call it not lazy, but efficient today.
Yeah.
If you're having a dinner party, you don't want to be trying to get everything done at once and making a mess and having the dishes piled up everybody looked at. Take your time, think about what you're doing, look at the recipe before you start, and get everything together and try and be as efficient as you can. And again, clean as you go. That's the most important thing you do.
Exactly.
My wife loves the fact that usually when we're done eating dinner, there's about 2 pots, and that's it. It's not a mess. So,
Smart woman.
smart thing to do. Let's get these on here and spread them out. The oven is 425 degrees.
Okay.
Like I said, anywhere from 7 to 15 minutes. We're going to look at them as we go along.
They already look so pretty, I have to tell you. I just love sourdough. And
Okay.
it smells good too, doesn't it?
I love sourdough. It's like one of my favorites. And someday
I just love the chewy of it.
the flavor,
everything.
and I haven't got around here yet in this kitchen to start my own sourdough starter, but I will get to
Yeah.
that one of these days
'Cause
soon.
that starter is really important in a sourdough.
Once you make it, that's it. It'll last you years and
Yeah.
years and years. All right, let's get these in. We'll set the timer for 8 minutes to start. Now, if you have a convection oven, you can. I have it on just a regular bake right now. If
Yeah.
I could put it on convection bake, it would dry it out more. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, I love convection.
switch it
I
to
use
convection
all the
bake.
time. Because you have the air circulating in
Right.
there,
So we're
right?
gonna take it down to 400. When you're using convection, you want to go 25 degrees less.
And usually ovens will make that adjustment for you.
Yes.
With a convection. It
Right.
automatically.
Okay, so put me to work. I'm going to help
We're
you get this
gonna
going.
Dice our tomatoes.
I
That's
love that
about 2
heirloom.
pounds. They are fantastic.
Looks beautiful.
It's about 2 pounds. Different colored tomatoes, always
Yeah.
good. You can brighten up the salad that way too.
Sure, looks really
We're
pretty.
gonna slice up some cucumber, a little bit of onion. And we're gonna make
Now-
some garlic paste.
Do you want these quartered in
You
half?
do it however you think you'd like. It's up to you. Again, it's a personal thing. And we're gonna put them right back in the
In
bowl.
the same bowl we were
Same
using.
bowl we had
I
in bread.
love that. That's awesome. Okay.
All right.
I
So
just
we do
washed my
that. I'm
hands.
gonna peel a cucumber here.
So I'm ready to go. You know, and what was nice when you made this last summer, when you and Cheryl had everybody over, did you notice everyone kept coming back for the panzanella?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go back inside for another bite.
And then I realized that when I asked her, you know what else we had that day? Nobody could answer the question.
No.
Because it didn't matter.
No, it didn't matter.
All they wanted was the salad. But
All we
that's,
remembered was the
that's
salad.
summer food. That's what people want in the summer, and that's, you know.
Well, what's nice about it is it can be a picnic item or it can be a course in an elegant dinner because
Right.
it's so gorgeous.
And we can share this
Look
here.
at this
Isn't it
beautiful.
gorgeous?
Oh my gosh, I love the shape of it too. Look at that shape.
Ugly.
It's amazing.
You can put your trim in here if you want.
I can just do a little salt and just eat the whole thing that way.
Oh, yeah. That's, you've been filming in the neighborhood.
I have been filming in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We did torta de pollo up the street and
Yeah,
then
lobster mac and
lobster
cheese.
mac and cheese.
And we
That's
had
been
those-
a big hit.
Oh, yeah?
I get a lot of views
people.
on that.
Good.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's nice.
Nice. So we did the salmon BLT sliders.
The can't forget the salmon BLT sliders.
Those were good.
Oh my god, no, they weren't good, Marco. They were like amazing.
And then we just
they
made those again.
melted in your mouth. You didn't even call me?
You were out of town.
Oh my goodness.
You were in
I was
Madison.
out of town. Oh, thanks a lot.
You were in Madison.
35 minutes down the road, I'd like it to remind you of that next time you and Jill make those. Isn't that pretty? I
Perfect.
love the
So-
colors that you picked, and I'm so tired. So.
So we have the tomato in here and the cucumber.
Okay.
We need this little salt now.
Okay.
We're going
And
to do
that's
this so it
gonna-
draws the juice out
Yeah.
and will help sort of bring the salad together when we add the bread later and
These
the olive
wonderful
oil.
juices.
So we'll do that. We're going to add a little pepper now too. It never hurts. Get it here.
And you know, the other show that we did was the death by chocolate meringue pie that David made,
yeah.
that amazing pie.
I know, and David's, he's the doctor. He's doing more cooking than I am.
He does, doing a lot of cooking over there.
He has the neighborhood up. Dave's good that way.
Well,
Whatever you want. It's your bread.
Yeah. Look how beautiful these bread cubes came out. They're absolutely gorgeous. Really nice. These croutons, really, right?
Yes. All it is croutons. You can take those and put them in a Caesar salad.
Oh.
We, in Melissa's recipe, she calls her garlic, to take the garlic too close and make it the paste.
Okay.
Grate it on a micro grater, which you can do.
Yeah.
On a
or
microplane.
put it through a garlic press.
Or put it through a garlic press, which I don't use, but a lot of people do prefer to use them.
Okay.
I do it this way, and it doesn't need to be a perfect paste, or you can just buy the garlic paste and squeeze a little in there.
So you're adding in a little extra virgin
A little
olive
extra
oil.
virgin olive oil, and then we're going to grate it. This
I love that brand olive oil as well.
Yeah, I do too.
So we're letting the bread croutons
We're going to let those cool off. And then we'll add them in here. We got our salt on here, and this is, you see the juice already in there?
Yeah, it's starting to accumulate.
Yeah, that's going to really make this great depth of flavor, and then we'll add our herbs and our dressing last. All right. Well, Michelle's going to take this home with her today.
Yeah.
For Bella
after,
and Riley.
So you want to make the dressing, Marco?
Yeah, we're going to make a little dressing, but we got a little bit of garlic in here now.
That looks beautiful.
We're still, and again, preference. So our dressing is just 2 tablespoons or a tablespoon of Dijon mustard.
Okay.
Some red wine vinegar. I usually put 1 tablespoon in here, and then a little pepper, a little salt,
Good.
a little more garlic.
Was that like a tablespoon more?
Yeah, teaspoon. Don't go too nuts.
Heaping teaspoon. Okay.
And then we're gonna add. So you got a tablespoon or a little more of Dijon, a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, a teaspoon or so of garlic. We're gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil in.
Oh, that looks amazing already.
And that's good enough right there. It's not, you're not making, it's just a little bit tight, not too bad.
Yeah.
We'll set this aside.
Yes.
And
So look at you with the breads on top of all of this panzanella.
I started the breads this morning before you got here.
Oh
And
my
we're
goodness.
going to make some wheat bread and just throw that in there and
Oh, that's
do a little multitasking
Oh
here.
my gosh.
And we got to chop some herbs.
These lovely herbs.
And your choices are, I have some fresh oregano here that comes up early in my garden, so I'm going to use a little bit of that.
Ooh. It comes up already.
Yeah.
Nice.
No,
You guys have a lot of herbs in your garden.
we do. I grow a lot. I grow everything, and I grow lettuce. I do everything in pots now.
Yeah.
And then I can try and keep the deer up, and it's the
It's
groundhog. I had to sick the dog on the groundhog. So I don't use a lot of fresh oregano, but what I do is I grow it all summer, and then you see out on the porch I have it hanging, drying all winter.
Yes.
And then I just take it and I rub it over stuff because it's much stronger after it dries.
Absolutely.
So I like it better that way.
concentrates.
Right.
So when I made that pickled eggplant with my friend Nancy, she dries it out in the microwave. And I can't believe I've never ever done that before, and it was amazing how beautiful it came out.
Huh. I'll have to try that.
Yeah, you have to try that.
You learn something new every day. That's what I say.
Yes.
All right, a little bit of thyme, fresh. I do it like this because, oh wait, I'm lazy.
Marco, you are not lazy. We have been to your Thanksgiving dinner, and let me tell you, you are the least lazy person I've ever met when you make a meal.
Yeah, when I make a meal, ask my wife about the rest of the time. All right. So we don't want too much thyme. It's strong.
Yeah, it is strong.
We don't want it to take over here, but we do want to give it a little kick. The most important part about this is keeping your fingers out of the way. All right. Good enough. We're going to add this in. Let's call it, I don't know, a tablespoon of oregano and half a teaspoon of thyme, maybe. All right, so then we're going to add our basil. We're going to add quite a bit of this.
Yes.
Probably like a half a cup. I did read online this morning. Somebody said, well, I didn't add the basil because I don't like basil. They should probably go see somebody about that.
Yeah, definitely. There's something wrong with that person.
There's definitely something wrong with that statement.
Oh my goodness. I
All right.
love basil.
Let's chop this up without anything else. Sans digits.
Very nice.
Oh, you know what else we did? We did the gnocchi at Louis'.
Oh my goodness.
That was phenomenal.
We did a gnocchi at Louis. That was amazing. Oh, that was so delicious.
And so I had to help Louis move something out of his in-laws' house.
Yeah.
So I made him make me the gnocchis again.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He goes, I don't know, Mark. I was like, no, you're making them.
You're making them.
It's not a question. All right. That's about a half a cup, I think.
Absolutely.
We'll put that in there.
Beautiful.
Let's see how our bread's doing.
Oh, that's so pretty.
We're going to add some parsley here, too. And I like the fresh parsley.
I love the fresh parsley.
The flavor's fantastic.
Absolutely. And it helps with the garlic.
You got to
bread.
use the flat leaf. You can't use the curly.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't even know why curly parsley
I don't know why
exists.
that's on the plant.
All right, so you just cubed up the mozzarella.
Yeah, we're going to cut some mozzarella up about the same size as the
tomatoes.
bread. Tomatoes a little bit
Okay.
smaller.
Yeah.
Maybe about 6 ounces. Again, whatever you want. You can add more, you can add less.
So it's about a cup there? Yes, that and gnocchi at Louis. So he made you another batch of that,
Of course.
Huh? Oh my
So it's Louis' birthday is the same day as mine.
So your birthdays are on the exact same day?
Exact same day.
Oh my goodness.
Last year we went and did brewery touring.
Ooh, brewery
And then
touring.
good breweries.
I
Yeah, it was
love
good.
that.
Yeah, I went to like 4 or 5 different places, had lunch. It was a good time.
I went to a mash at Thimble Island Brewery.
Did you?
Yes, it was wonderful. And that was part of my home brew show that I did.
Nice. We're going to start adding our bread.
Okay.
We're not going to add it all at once.
Yes.
But we got plenty of juice from our tomatoes.
About 2 cups right there?
Yeah, we're going to go about 3 all day to start here.
Okay.
We're going to leave some behind.
And then this just could be absolutely delicious on
Oh, yeah.
salads anyways. And that'll last for a while in the kitchen.
Maybe eat like popcorn while you watch a movie.
Look at that.
Parmesan on there.
Oh my goodness. Eat it like popcorn while watching a movie. I like that, Marco. I'm glad it's just you, Cheryl, and I having this for lunch. Forget about everybody
This
else.
bowl of salad doesn't stand a chance.
This isn't going anywhere.
We're going to add our dressing.
All right. Oh, look at that. So that first round, that toss was with all the juices
On the bottom.
from the tomatoes
Yep.
that just released from all the tomatoes and the vegetables. And now this is the dressing that you made.
So dressing, baby. I'm going to put this in here.
I think it's all these layers of flavors, and that just really gives it the final kick, right?
Yeah, this is going to be really good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, all right.
Thank you, Melissa.
Woohoo! Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Chef Marco.
You see it coats it now. It's going to...
I cannot wait to try this. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look how beautiful that is. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Wow. Packed with flavor. The croutons are crunchy.
Yep.
That is the best panzanella, Marco,
All right.
that I have ever had. Thank you,
Thank you.
so much. We're going to have to get some bowls here, and we'll call Cheryl.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want any of that right there.
I don't blame you.
That's why I walked in.
All right.
That's why Cheryl came in to rescue the salad. Oh, look how gorgeous that is. Very pretty. Thank you. This is my first serving.
Not.
We were talking about how when you guys had this last summer, everyone kept going back for the panzanella salad and nobody remembers what else you had. Although I'm sure it was absolutely delicious because you always have great things, but this was just such a big hit. Well, thank you so much for making
Thanks for
this
coming over.
panzanella. You're awesome. And
Always
love
welcome.
cooking with you. And Cheryl, thank you for joining us.
XOXO.
Remember, you can find this recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com, and you need to stay tuned because we're going to have Marco do his roasted blue cheese dressing. That was absolutely delicious for Sunset Hill Vineyards when we go there this summer.
Yeah,
David
we'll probably have
Lori.
a glass of wine while we're there.
Yes, and I'm sure we'll have a glass of wine. Have a great day. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye. Good job. Oh, we got?
We're taping.
Oh, howdy.
Remember, watch the circle, not the square. Hollywood square.
Watch the circle, not the square. Got it.
Okay.
Pauline.
Who's Pauline? Oh, Pauline. We did this already last time. Oh my
All right,
gosh.
let's go.
Pauline. Okay. Hi guys, Michelle here. Welcome back to the Traveling Epicurean. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to show you how to make my family's favorite appetizer, crab cakes. This crab cake is out of this world. There are no vegetable fillers. This is going to be the best crab cake you've ever had. And then I'll show you how to make my Greek yogurt remoulade for dipping on the side. That's really delicious and it goes with so many different things. Let's get on over to that kitchen and I'll show you how to get this going.
So this is what we're going to need to make our amazing crab cakes. I have a pound of super lump crab meat. I have 3/4 of a cup of panko breadcrumbs. I put this in the food processor to get them very fine. I have 1 egg. I have 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of Hellmann's mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasonings, and 1 teaspoon of Coleman's dry mustard. I'm going to squeeze this lemon in there to give it about a tablespoon of lemon juice. We're going to whisk it up, and then we're going to add in the breadcrumbs and the crab and gently fold it. And this is my Greek yogurt remoulade. I'm going to show you how to make that right now. Remoulade. I love this sauce. I have 1/3 of a cup of mayonnaise, Hellmann's mayonnaise. I have 3/4 of a cup of Greek yogurt, and it comes strained. You could buy it that way. I have large garlic clove that I put through the garlic press, and I have ketchup. Now I'm going to add in a squeeze of lime. Actually, it's a half a lime. Just going to squeeze that in there. I rolled it to get the most juice I can out of it. And now I'm going to add in a tablespoon of seasoned rice wine vinegar. I love the seasoned rice wine vinegar. I put it on everything, on my salads. And then 2 tablespoons of really good olive oil. This is extra virgin. And it's a special olive oil, so it has really delicious flavor to it. And then you can add, which I love, my sriracha. I'm going to add in just a little squeeze of sriracha, and then I'm just going to whisk this. And it's going to turn into this amazing, beautiful pink dipping sauce. All right, so that's really beautiful. I actually tasted it, and I want it to be a little bit hotter, so I'm going to add a second squeeze of sriracha. And you know, if you wanted a little darker pink, you could always add in another couple tablespoons of ketchup. I have 1/3 of a cup plus 1 tablespoon. I think it's really pretty. It could go a little bit darker. You should taste it and see how you like it. And that looks really great though. So I'm going to put this in a small bowl, set it aside, and we're going to get going on our crab cakes. So I'm going to start by squeezing this lemon. I'm going to cut my hands. See, so I catch the seeds. It's one way to do it. You definitely don't want the seed in there. It's so bitter. All right, so we're going to start to whisk this. So this really is the secret to not breaking up the crab meat. There's nothing worse, one, than having all those vegetable fillers in your crab meat going, is this a vegetable patty or a crab patty? But having all the crab meat broken up so much, it's almost like looks like a tuna fish. You don't want that. You want big chunks of crab meat in there, right? And then I'm going to start to add in this beautiful lump crab meat. Really beautiful. You know, I did squeeze this a little bit. I put the fork against the meat because there was a little bit, there's always a little bit of moisture in there. Look how beautiful that is. Really nice. And then I'm going to sprinkle in those panko breadcrumbs. Now this is another important step. We just want to fold this. We don't want to break up that gorgeous crab meat. And then I'm going to form them and I'm going to put them into the refrigerator and let them get a little bit firm before we start to saute them. So I like to use a scoop. This way they all stay uniform, especially if you're doing small little appetizers. You want to squeeze them a little bit because we're kind of like forming them. You don't want to roll them like ground meat, like a meatball, because then the crab meat falls apart. And that was the whole point of gently tossing after we whisk the wet ingredients. So just press with your hands just like that to form the circle, and then flatten them out a little bit. And then put your hands around your fingers around the outside edge and just keep turning it around. And then you have this beautiful little disc. And then I'm just gonna set them in my plate here. And we're getting the breadcrumbs that are soaking up the egg and the mayonnaise and the mustard. And since those are dry, it takes a little bit for those to really soak up, and that's what they're gonna be doing when they get in the refrigerator. What? No vegetable filler? Just large chunks of crab meat? You poor baby! You're gonna love these. All right, here we go. I'm done. These are going into the refrigerator after I finish forming this last one, and they're gonna sit there for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna get to saute them. All right, so I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm gonna drop in a tablespoon of butter, because that gives it some nice flavor. I have it on medium heat, and I have our beautiful crab cakes. And I'm going to just start to lay them in the pan. All right, so look, I'm going to start to flip them over. Oh, that's absolutely gorgeous. Look how pretty those are. Just like that. And now this is on like a medium high. All right, so those are looking really beautiful. And look, so they firmed up a little bit. And then I'm just gonna place them on this plate here. You guys are gonna love these. And I have that gorgeous remoulade sauce. Oh, yummy. All right, let's go get a plate and we're gonna try out our crab cakes. Oh my goodness, this is such a winner. You're gonna love this crab cake. No filler. You can't go wrong here. I love having just the crab. This is out of this world. You can find the recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Ciao.
For watching The Traveling Epicurean. A special thanks to